Unfortunately, well, I'm leaving Germany. After 10 years of being in Germany, it wasn't an easy decision for me to make. However, I had to make a decision that I believe was the right path for my life. I don't know for how long yet, but just to take you along my journey and what my next phase would be, and of course, how this channel is going to incorporate the change that is happening in my life. Hi, I'm Ifi Chris. It's your go-to spot for everything studying in Germany or studying abroad, most especially in affordable countries. And of course, I bring information about internship, also about apprenticeship that is done in Germany, which is an Ausbildung. Now let's get started. As I mentioned, if you have seen this video, unfortunately my time in Germany has come as of now to a bit of an end. I did come to Germany in 2015, and for me, because I wanted to study medicine as at that time, or the German language was very important that I learned it. So initially I came with a language visa to Germany in 2015, and after learning German till C1, of course I didn't go ahead to study medicine. I did my bachelor's program, and my bachelor's program was in English as well. And after that I did my master's program, and my master's program was also in English, but I needed to show some proof of German for my master's program to be able to get admitted, even though because they do offer some modules in German, I didn't choose any modules offered in German. So that has been my journey, and of course after that I started working, and first of all I worked in the lab before then going into my current field, which is clinical research. I don't know if you guys know much about clinical research, but if it's something that you would like to know more about, do drop it in the comment section as well, so that I will know it's a topic you're interested in. So during my master's, I got a full-time job that I had to do, and I did that. The first one I had was in the lab, where it was during the COVID time. I think it was 2021 or 22. When was COVID again? I think, yeah, it was 2022. Yeah, so 2022. I started working in a lab, a small lab, where I worked for 3.5 months, and of course COVID ended and I had to find another way. This is where I got into clinical research, and I worked as a CRO, a clinical research associate. And to be honest, because I studied both in English for my bachelor's and my master's program, my German didn't, like, of course it didn't stay at C1. So I will still say I might still be a strong B2, and just because you lose it if you don't use it that often, and I didn't use it quite often. So that aside, I started my first clinical research role, which was as a clinical research associate, where I stayed for 7 months. But because of the language, because with the clinical research associate role, you have to present in German to the sites. But as I mentioned, if you're interested in clinical research or you want to know more about clinical research, the sector itself, drop it in the comment section, and I'll try my best to make videos about that as well. Now, during this period of my, getting work experience, I had this interest of, exploring the world, going, just exploring the opportunity to know how clinical research also functions in other countries. However, I still wanted to stay in Germany for some time before that exploration, or before I go on that adventure. I did work at that time in my company, as I mentioned, for 7 months, and then I started as a clinical trial coordinator at another company where I stayed for a year plus. I started looking for other opportunities as well. So I started applying to different other countries. I think I applied a bit to Canada, I applied a bit to Switzerland, I applied to Ireland, UK. I'm unsure if I sent an application, but I was majorly still applying within Germany. So I had several interviews. So I think I got the first stage of the interview. Yeah, some I got to the second, to the third phase of the interview. Some they felt like I was overqualified for the job, and I was going to be bored because of the work, because it doesn't challenge me. So that was what my job search journey had been. So just going, taking it and just living life, because I was not really in a rush for anything. And then boom, I am leaving Germany and moving to Switzerland. So now I'll be moving to Switzerland for a job. Although it's a short-term job, I don't know what the future holds. I hope things are like amazing things. I wanted to explore the world. I might still go back to Germany. I don't know. It's not far. I will still be visiting Germany. I have friends in Germany. There might be some things that I want to get like from Germany. So of course, it doesn't take away anything. So yeah, I just wanted to see what it was like, the journey, because it was a crazy few weeks in January. And yeah, because I had a lot to plan and still planning. As I mentioned, if you're interested in, you can still ask me any question about Germany, because I lived there for 10 years. I studied there. I believe I'll still be able to have information, or like I'll still be able to have information, tips, and of course opportunities that you can explore. However, I will still continue posting about affordable countries you can study, and Germany, we do know, is on that list. That doesn't change. And also in terms of internship opportunities, these I'll still bring up. And of course the Ausbildung in Germany that is done, this I will still talk about. Now, because I now live in Switzerland, this might be something that I might want to talk about, Switzerland and coming to Switzerland to study. Now, I didn't study in Switzerland, but I can still be able to provide the information needed for people that are interested in studying in Switzerland. The only thing with Switzerland, of course, at least one, I want to say like one of my experience has been, it's an expensive city. So that's just one thing. But I don't think the expensive comes with their universities or anything. It's just, for example, the proof of fund, I think it's about 21,000 CHF that you have to show as proof, but their tuition I don't think is too high. So that's just the compromise. And I think Switzerland is also a great country to be with and to visit. And I'm always here for your questions regarding Germany, and of course we'll keep on adding to the portfolio as we always do, traveling the world and making our mark. So guys, thanks again for watching me, and thanks for staying to the end. If you did, I hope you did.